Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.
Oh yeah, welcome, hello, it is the KVJ After the Show Podcast. Happy Thursday, almost here to the weekend, baby. One more day. There it goes.
Went by quick again.
Always does, man. Time flies when you're having fun.
That life train just keeps on chugging.
That's what it does, man. It doesn't slow down for anybody. It's one thing ain't nobody stopping. Nobody's stopping time, man.
Stop this train.
Oh, it's a great John Mayer song.
Great song.
Oh, it's so good.
Mm-hmm.
I was diving into a little Continuum on the way to work this morning.
Good album.
Great album. Sorry, Kevin.
It's okay.
That's what the podcast's for, Virginia. We're just kind of,
We're over here snatching your show to talk about John Mayer deep cuts.
Hey, he's quite a musician. I'm right there with you. It's good stuff. Well, let's see here. Today, got a couple of emails from stuff on the show. One from one of the first things we talked about, and that was the Defuse the Bomb board game that is out there. It was at Target, Walmart. Apparently, they're going to be yanking it off the shelves because people are complaining, saying we cannot be having a mock game where kids are trying to defuse a bomb.
it sounded like a hoot to me. I would love to try this game.
Honestly, it sounded really exciting to me. I'd be like, how fun is that?
As an adult, I'm like, let's get it for the show.
Yeah, I don't know. I am, again, not a very sensitive individual. I am not the first person to ever get offended. Actually, I don't even know that really anything offends me.
You really don't. You don't get offended. You can get annoyed with things, but not offended.
No, I try to keep everything in perspective. It just doesn't bother me. But yeah, having a defusing a bomb game to me is
fun,
fantastic. Why not? I'd buy it for my kids, let them play it.
Is it a safety issue or it's definitely an insensitivity?
No, I think it's just what they tone deaf.
Tone deaf, okay.
Probably would be. And I don't know because I'm not upset by it, but that'd be my guess that it would fit under the.
I guess I'm tone deaf because I really want to play with it.
Tone deaf category. Yeah, Rosalind said I was listening to your show about the bomb board game, and that's not bad at all. She agrees. I caught my daughter playing an app called School Shooter. The point was to shoot as many kids inside the school as you can without getting killed or going to jail. Now that's terrible.
Now that is a terrible game.
Yeah.
How the hell could they even... How does that not stop? I guess you can make whatever you want.
They had it. I'd read about that, and that had been out there, and there was a lot of pressure and quick on the company that put that game out, and I think whatever platforms it was on, I think they did shut it down.
Okay.
Because there was enough people just saying, the problem we have with this, and, tone deaf definitely fits that category, but it's the conditioning of kids.
Right.
They're doing that, giving them ideas, practicing, and it almost becomes, and there is something to that. What you feed your mind continually is what it becomes. It's like anything.
Completely agree. You are your environment.
Yeah. So there is something to that. I would always, I know people say, oh, it's just entertainment. It's just whatever. But I do believe that if you continually feed yourself a steady diet of something, that's, in a sense, what you will be conditioned to.
Your marketing, that to me, it sounds like they're marketing to kids or young teenagers.
Well, she had a young daughter who was playing it.
Yeah.
And you assume they will. And honestly, as an adult, I would feel so weird if I were playing a game where I'm in a school shooting children.
Yeah, that'd be weird.
That would just be like, okay. Again, I guess I'm not offended. I'm just like,
No, I think you can disagree with something and not be. You can have a spirited debate and not be offended.
Right.
Just because you argue about something, you're giving your opinion on it.
Yeah.
Offended would be you're going to email. You're trying to bring people down.
Yeah.
You have to have an opinion on shit.
I would feel weird playing it, and then two, I would say this might be something we need to try to get off the market because. It might have a psychological effect on kids, and if it contributes to even one school shooting and a death, then it's not a necessary product. We got to watch ourselves on some stuff.
Well,
that.
When you watch things, it definitely influences you. I remember listening to this Coke commercial, and I heard the and they pouring the the Coke in the glass, and I instantly got up and went out and bought a shit ton of Coke because it spoke to me. It did something to my insides.
That's marketing at its
Oh,
finest.
it worked.
Yeah, no,
It absolutely influenced my mood and what I was doing.
Yeah, we are as humans. There's a lot of things that are very predictable that are human condition that will just carry us through it. And that's why they do a lot of these things, because they know how as humans our brains are wired and how we react. It's just what happens. Talking about tone deaf. It's an interesting story about a gay club who has been put on blast. Poof Doof is the name of the place. It's a club in Melbourne, Australia. They went viral in the wrong way on social media yesterday. Apparently it came out they had a document the club claims from 7 years ago, but instructions for staff who were taking photos to post up on their social media and whatnot. And it said, photos are only to be taken of boys. No one is here to see girls. Photos are not to be taken of boys with bad skin, messy boys. And we want skinny boys in burgundy T-shirts and chinos, or that should not be taken because they're a dime a dozen. We're looking for boys with muscles and, you know, those kind of things to post up.
Definitely a party I would not be invited to.
Boys with muscles.
I got boys with girth.
Yes, and then this came out, somebody posted on social, and the responses were to the tune of, wow, I'm shocked and disgusted at this. One person said, for a community that prides itself on inclusion, this is horrible to see. Whether used or not, I'm happy to never visit this club again. BuzzFeed got a hold of it. All kinds of stuff happened with it.
Well, you can't blame a whole community because somebody went rogue and did something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That person doesn't speak for the whole gay community. They went rogue and did something tasteless.
I'll tell you, though, honestly, when it comes down to human condition, and I think this is, you know, what you've got to, you know, balance out is, you know, and this is where people get so sensitive. I'm one of those people that it doesn't bother me. I'm not sensitive about it. I know that people are. From a marketing standpoint and from the physiology of it and the way that I was just talking about the human condition and how a lot of us are wired, if you're trying marketing and you're trying to attract, a lot of it's based on the eyes and the physicality of it. And so now you can't verbally state that that would be your objective, but it's why they put hot chicks in commercials. It's why all these things happen. It's all the same thing, but it's a weird fine line now that you got to walk on what you verbalize. And it's all like, okay, don't make me have to say it. But if you're putting anything up to represent our club, we want to look like all the hot people hang out here. It's the place to go. We don't want people that look like they're on the outs or they're odd or they're not attractive. And that's what you're going to showcase because it will draw people into your place. That's just basic marketing, and that appeals to human biology and physiology. And so I look at this and I'm like yeah, they're getting blasted by it. But I mean, honestly, that's just kind of the way it is. I don't think they were condemning anybody to the sense just saying, look, we want to have good-looking, muscular boys on our marketing because that's what we're trying to attract. Or even people who are not, they think this is what they're going to see when they come here. So I don't know. For me, doesn't bother me, and I get it.
That's why you put hot girls on the boat, Kev.
Yeah.
It's just how the world works.
Yeah, and we go crazy about it. And look, I wouldn't be one of the guys that there. If you wanted to market me for the club, I'm not going to be that guy. I'm not the ripped, shredded,
well,
like, whatever.
with those armpits, you are that guy.
Yeah, I need the body to go with it. It takes more than just armpits, Virginia.
Don't be so hard on yourself.
But, you know, but I'm fine with that. I get that. I'm not. We all have our own skill set. We all have our own attributes that we contribute to in society. Mine is, I was not born to be a model, and I'm okay with that. I think if we all got to that point where we said, look, I'm here to do this. Not everybody's here to be a model.
It was a tough day for me to realize, yeah, Bird, you're not playing third base for the Braves. And in fact, you're not playing third base for anybody. In fact, you're going to ride the bench your entire college career. It ain't in the stars, baby.
That ain't for everybody.
It's not.
That ain't for everybody. I think if we all adapted to that and realized you're special, you got something great to offer to you. If you get passed up for the model thing or for the professional sports thing, but said, yeah, but I got value. Here's my value. Then I think we'd be good. We wouldn't be upset by these kind of stories.
I may not be playing and starting for a college team, but I can eat 2 boxes of Girl Scout cookies in under 2 minutes, bitches.
You're right. You were put here for a great purpose.
Thank you, Kevin.
You have a skill set that no one does.
I appreciate that.
I was looking online. We can get you a Girl Scout costume. They make a plus size one.
Well,
she could be real cute.
I was supposed to have a kidney appointment yesterday. I have to go to it today, but I'm not allowed to eat anything until. So we want to do that Girl Scout bit still.
Yeah, we got a bit. Maybe somebody can help us. What we were going to do, it would be a Girl Scout cookie eating contest. And the idea is it would be 3 Girl Scouts against Jaybird. Now, they would be a team. He would be solo. So he's got to beat 3 Girl Scouts by himself. Because, yeah, physiologically, you should be able to eat more cookies than an 8 or 9-year-old girl.
He's a grown-ass man who's been training for power eating.
Look,
right.
I'm not going to. I think you need to throw a couple more Girl Scouts in there.
You don't think 3's the right number?
3, Kevin. They're going to eat 2. You need 5 Girl Scouts.
Okay.
And I'm taking them down.
Okay. All right. Well, then we'll need 5 Girl Scouts, one of them in uniform. We're going to dress him as a brownie. And then we'd have a cookie eating contest.
We're going to dress him as a giant pot brownie.
We got to order that today.
Okay.
Yeah.
I found him online.
Okay.
Put 2 minutes on the clock. We just got to find 5 legit Girl Scouts in uniform that would come in studio.
Hopefully the Girl Scouts are listening to this, but the moms maybe.
Yes, this would be for moms or friends of people who have Girl Scouts in their family.
If you know a Girl Scout.
Yes, that's what we're looking for.
And her mom's cool. Her mom's got to be cool.
Yeah, of course.
Not all Girl Scout moms are cool. A lot of them did not like me or our act.
No, one of my favorite things, I think what I'm going to do is when we do that, are we going to do that Girl Scout bit where we have the Girl Scouts out and we try to get them to sell the cookies?
We might. Yeah, we've done that the last 2 years.
It's so funny.
Not sure yet.
In Denny's room, he gets nothing but disgruntled Girl Scout mothers calling him saying, I can't believe you're doing this for Troop 101, but you guys are fucking leaving out Troop 318. Like, he gets so
Troop
much.
101 is terrible.
They swear at him. They yell at
Yeah.
him. They say we're bad people because we're not. They say we're biased to certain Girl Scout. I mean, it's pretty insane.
We're just biased to the first one that emailed in.
You're
No,
right.
no, that's not even what it is. Remember, they do their pitch.
Oh, they came in and pitched it. That's
so
right.
it's like they won. It's like a contest. It's not like we're discriminating. It's like we let our audience choose. We have 3 different Girl Scouts on, and they've got like 30 seconds to tell the audience why they should be chosen for us to back for their cookie sales. And then the audience chooses which one they like their pitch on the best, and then we post them out somewhere in public. And then we try to have people stop by and buy their cookies from them.
When we play a pre-recorded call, I'll go into Denny's room, and he'll still, because people think it's live, so he'll answer the calls in real time because people are trying to give their opinion. So I get to hear what people are saying about us, the ones that don't make the air. Oh man, it's so funny. Denny's he'll well, you know, Virginia, I think she's just trying to be funny. I don't think she really meant that.
And then if I come in there, yeah, I meant it.
Or he's like, I don't know if it's an act. I think Jay Bird's just a goofy guy. He tries to politely defend us.
Yeah.
I got to start recording audio of that.
Yeah, it's not. We might do that. I'm kind of on the fence on that one. It's okay. It's an okay bit.
It went off really good one year and went terrible another. So I think we're batting 500, Coach.
Yeah, so maybe it's 3, see what happens. This is the decider. Got an email here about pizza. I know you're talking about going out. One thing you're doing is trying different pizzas and kind of giving it a rating.
Yes, sir.
Uh-huh. Somebody said when Jaybird said he's doing the pizza tour in Fort Lauderdale, there is one of the best pizza places around. It's called Pizza Craft. So there you go. Pizza Craft. That should be one you put on your list.
Got pizza people reaching out to me right now. I kind of feel important, Virginia.
You have power.
I mean, 2 people reached out to me.
The New York-style pizza and restaurant in Lake Worth, on Lake Worth Road in Green Acres, actually. Somebody, Alyssa, said that is the best pizza in Florida.
There is I will definitely try that
The
without
best
a doubt.
in Florida.
Very bold statement. There's a pizza place off of Forest Hill Boulevard that is really good. My sister ordered it for Christmas, and she also got lasagna. This place was exceptional. Let me look through my text messages because I know she sent it to me.
Okay. They said, get the Sicilian with extra sauce. So good.
Okay.
It's an Italian family who's owned and operated it forever. Add it to the pizza tour, Jaybird.
It's called, the place my sister had brought the pizza, it was Colabino's off Forest Hill. It was very good. I gotta give it credit. Mm-hmm. That was before
Columbino's?
Columbino's, yeah.
I think I know that family. My friend is in that family.
That does the pizza?
I think so.
Well, let them know they make outstanding food. Yeah. They had a really good round on Christmas Eve.
That's my girlfriend's family, I think, because they're in food service. I know they got a deli.
I remember taking a bite going, I wish Fat Kevin was with me.
Aw. How many times do you say that a day?
3 times. Three per day.
3 per day, huh? Joey also said on the pizza review, listen to the show, and Bird's talking about pizza reviews. You know that Stool President at Barstool does this. One bite, everyone knows the rule. He posted on the book and Twitter. Yeah, the guy who runs Barstool Sports, if you're into the sports world, they're Dickie Sports. That's what Barstool is. You ever heard of Barstool?
No.
They're all the massive dude, it's like bra sports. It's it's like they're really irreverent and they're really edgy and in your face.
Oh, you like the Buckeyes? Well, fuck the Buckeyes, man.
That's kind of it. Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah. They've really kind of jumped out there, but they're if you have ever seen Dickie guys that like sports,
yes, I have. I played baseball with them.
Then they will love Barstool. And they have a Barstool for every college out there. They have their own Barstool writer and all that stuff. The University of Miami has one. FAU has one, and it's they put up chicks doing body shots off each other. It's all that kind of stuff.
It's so dude and macho.
It's so dude and macho, and the guy who's the head of it, he's always trashing out somebody. He's had things where he's gone back and forth with a couple female sports reporters.
Okay, even Spike TV's like, dude, tone it down. We get it. You're macho.
They had a deal they were going to do something with ESPN, and they went, and then that Barstool Prez they're talking about went after Samantha Ponder, one of their female, and had this whole back to do, and ESPN's like, all right, you guys are a little too much, and so they backed off. And
gotcha.
So he does his own thing, but I think he focuses. They're out of Boston originally, so they got kind of that great Boston attitude to go with it as well. But I think a lot of his stuff is I see around New York City and the such. So yeah, Jason's kind of doing about the same thing. I mean, it's not unique to Barstool. They weren't the first to do it. But
no, I'm not trying to reinvent the wheel over here. I just love pizza. I know that a lot of people gave me shit about not changing my middle name. I wanted to make 019. I'm kind of embarrassed about 018, about the year of adventure, and nothing happened.
Yeah.
Shit needs to happen in 019. I swear to you, we are doing the Naked Mile very soon. Where are we on that?
We have the spot. I'm looking at it on tomorrow, actually.
Okay, let's get this shit over with so I can beat that ass in a dancing competition.
Let's do it.
Yeah, so there you go. So, yeah, we're going to keep that thing going. If you like French fries, Caesar from Green Acres said you're talking about your love of the McDee's fries. Do you guys remember the bucket of fries? That massive bucket just loaded with fries for just a few bucks? Man, the world was so good back then.
That's such a painful statement about fries. I love it.
Pretty good. People love their food, man.
They do. That is something people. It brings out a lot of emotion, man.
Mm-hmm. Got an email from Braden said, "Dear Kevin, Clit Eastwood Ralston."
Clit Eastwood.
I need some explanation on why your phone lines are so bad. I have listened to every show and podcast for the past 3 years, and the phone line situation has been ongoing ever since. Has this always been a problem? And if not, how come no one can seem to figure it out? Feel free to let Dickie rants out.
Such good questions.
Yeah, I don't know. I really am beside myself. You're right. I've never been to a place. I love our engineers. They're very nice guys, and I don't know if it's I don't know what's going on. I really just don't know.
I think honestly it's out of our engineers' hands because I think it's a service issue.
I believe so. Yeah, I was talking to Leo yesterday because I'd sent out an email. I was just like, please help, man. It's just it's a cry for help. Because it really does. And the problem was, you look at things like yesterday, what had happened, our phones completely I'm like, to the phones. And I needed it because we don't do everything interactive, and a ton of stuff is not. But I had scheduled for 45 minutes straight where we needed phones.
Well, you want to interact with the people, too.
Yeah, you do. And a lot of times people can really add some great stuff. And that was where it was like, and it was right in the meat of the show. And I go right on, like the phones go dead. And I'm just like, you really got to help me out, man, because it's so hard. It's already hard enough to plan a show that's, you know, you hope good and you take those chances and you roll your dice on bits.
It's like juggling.
Right. But when you come in here on a massive thing that you figure every day, it's kind of like if you were a football team and you took the field and they said, yeah, today you guys can't play with the quarterback. And you'd be like, what?
What?
Be like, yeah, you guys got to figure out how to try to play the game and no quarterback. You're like, but our whole game plan had a quarterback in it. No, not today. And you're like, okay. So that's kind of what it's like sometimes when you just don't know. It's kind of like you get on the field and then they tell you what player's not going to be able to play. Yeah, it's frustrating. I don't understand why we have ongoing issues. Now, we got a new company that's taking us over, hopefully real soon. And I hope some of those things change because I talked to Leo and he had said, yeah, well, there was a new phone system came in and boy, that was such a great price and we went with it. It's like, I guess you get what you pay for.
Oh, no.
And I just told him,
That's
I was
not
like, well, why do we even pay for it? I mean, at this point, we don't use phones a ton. As it is, we've really scaled back on phones through the last 5 years of the show. And part of that's because people like to text more. But another part of it's just because they're not reliable. I can't plan a show where we've got interactive phone stuff because if not, and when that doesn't work, then what do you do? You know, when the whole bit is something set up for phones, then you're just like, all right, well, I guess I'll just
scratch it, and then you're like, okay, that's embarrassing.
just put my thumb in my ass and sit here for 3 hours. You know, that's about it. So, yeah, I don't know. That's a great question, and I do not have an answer. And I've asked. I just don't have an answer. I've been getting the runaround for 5 years. I don't know what it is. I think it's the phone system.
That's what I've been told as well. But
I don't know.
Was that a lie?
That I don't even know.
Just kidding.
That I don't.
We
even
do
know.
love our engineers, though.
I do.
They're great,
they're
fantastic people. They work very hard.
He's
do.
doing the best he can
Yeah.
with the equipment that he's been given.
He's
Yeah.
basically trying to fix the Titanic after it started to sink.
Yeah, I think it's kind
Patch
of
this thing
yeah.
up.
Yeah.
I think it's like, okay, here's a coat hanger and some tin foil. Go make the best out of it. And so, yeah, I think that's kind of what they hand him. And yeah, I feel for him. But yeah, hopefully we'll have with the new company, we'll get an infusion and investment to say, hey, let's give them some stuff to make their product, you know, better. They work hard. Let's just help them out. Let's give them a quarterback. Somebody asked, will you be bringing back Will It Bite? Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, we do those bits, you know. So that's kind of like one of those bits you maybe do once every year, every couple years, and, you know, try it out. And
I got the animals. I got the contact. You just tell me when you want it, Coach, and I can have it done.
Amy from Bush Wildlife is awesome.
One of the most reliable people we've ever worked with was. I mean, I will text her at 8:30 at night because a bit will come up late. Now, anyway, we can get 3 animals here at the studio tomorrow.
She'll be nursing a squirrel back to life, and she'll text you. Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, with her other hand, she's
Yeah.
nursing the squirrel.
Yeah.
Very reliable.
Amazing.
they're great. We space them out just so people are like, oh my gosh, they're always doing animal bits. But yeah, and we just had Jaybird petting an animal the other day.
Who's saying that to you?
No, well, I mean, the stuff I read, Jaybird.
Oh, I know, but
the
depending on
stuff
when
I
you
read.
listen,
Yeah.
you tune into the animal hour.
Yeah, it'll definitely be back. I don't know, but yeah, it's one of those things. I have a long list of stuff. I try to rotate it in, be like, oh yeah, don't forget about that bit. It's good. So if it seems to work for us, then yeah, it'll get rotated back in.
I think too, if you want it, I think Denny's has a few more stories from a stoner. If you want to start this back up,
I love that. Yeah.
on Friday or
Any
next
idea
week.
how many I can run with?
I think he's got 4. Denny, do you have 4 stoner stories? 4? He's got about 4. Yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
All right. Yeah, we roll with that. We do one tomorrow then. I love those. They're best. Those are the best. People love those. I got one about finances, just to kind of give you an idea of how tough it can be. Got an email here talking about marriage and finances, and he admitted, I'll keep his name out of this so I don't get him in trouble. He said, yeah, we argue about finances a lot. I just want to get like a $15,000 truck, and I get so much grief over it. I'm still driving an 18-year-old vehicle. The funny thing is, we got the money to buy it outright, but she won't let me.
18?
18-year-old vehicle. Our house is paid off, been married for 7 years. Yeah, and that's just it. You get...
That car can vote.
Yeah. That's it. And that's what gets tough.
That's hard. I mean, if it's 18 years old and you've got the money, like, that's just telling me you're married to somebody who's mean.
Oh, and very cheap, too.
I mean,
sometimes you got to pull the trigger on the big expense.
That doesn't make any sense. Why? I mean, he obviously realizes if he goes out and buys it, life is going to be worse than driving an 18-year-old truck, so that's why he hasn't done it. But she needs to loosen the clamp.
Yeah.
And seriously, 18-year-old truck, you've got the money. Let the man be happy with his car.
I couldn't imagine being in a situation like that where you're married and then
it's just not fair.
Your mate is giving you a hard time about something you need, and then what? Do you just take it or do you fight? Like, you guys.
It sounds like he's just taking it.
Gosh, that would be tough for me to take.
Right.
Like, we need to be nice to each other, and that's not being nice.
Well, it's reasonable too.
That's not reasonable.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just it. Yeah, you build resentment in the relationship, and that's what happens. Eventually, somebody's like, all right, I've had enough, man. I'm out. So, yeah, she should. I get it. A lot of people are in your position, unfortunately. Talking about trying to get over old grudges, I was a little bit hopeful. Neil Sean was talking about how Journey's going to be doing this Journey Through Time. So clever. Get it? Their name is Journey, and they're going to do a Journey.
Oh, we get it, Kevin.
Journey Through Time, you say.
Well, if you know anything about the band, the band has had, like, members drop off. Other people come in through the course of it. They've been around since the 70s. So, between 76 and 79, they had these people. And then a bass player left, and they replaced him with from 81 to 84. That kind of stuff. So they're going to try to do a couple shows where those guys come in and they play their instrument on the songs that they made famous for Journey, which is kind of cool. Then you realize, well, the guy who pretty much made every Journey song famous is not going to be there, Steve Perry. Because I don't know that Journey has a hit that Steve Perry didn't sing.
You're right, they don't.
So
not a hit where you would be like, oh, yeah, Journey. It's not. It's always Steve Perry that you're listening to.
I can't name one.
No, there's not.
I think I don't know. They did one in the 90s, an album in the 90s, but I think that still was Steve Perry. I think that was the final album that he made with Journey. And even from that, I don't think there was a massive song on there. I think it was a mild hit that kind of went away quickly. So the invitation has been put out there. Steve Perry, would you come back a couple nights? That'd be awesome. I grew up a huge Journey fan. Love Journey.
Open arms. Oh, come on.
Oh, my gosh.
Forget about it, Virginia.
Forget about it.
So Neil Sean took to his Twitter, said, Steve, open invitation. It'd be 2 shows, and I like this, and I think that would be good. You don't take the job away from the karaoke cat they found that does such a great job, that tours all the time. I'm not sure Steve wants that. It'd be 2 nights. Could you imagine what a great ticket that would be if you got to go see and you let karaoke guy take a break?
Or you bring him on, do a duet. I know other bands that have had a lot of different members come in. They'll all get on stage and play.
Is that the one with the amazing Filipino kid?
Arnell, yeah.
He's not a kid. He's a grown-ass adult.
He's a grown-ass man now, yeah.
Because I think they got him in the 90s.
Yeah, and the only thing with that is your voice, when it does age, it's tougher. And I'm not sure Steve Perry still has the same as he used to. And so that might be something where it's like, don't put me on stage with Arnell, because now already people are making videos on YouTube doing a little bit of Steve Perry. This is Steve Perry Prime versus Arnell now. So Steve Perry might be like going, no, don't put me in this situation where I'm older. Like, my voice is not what it was in the 70s.
You know what I've noticed? A lot of I'm talking older musicians that are from like the 60s and 50s. You see some of those cats get up there and sing, and they still have it. They still can sing pretty good into their 70s and 80s. I wonder if did something happen in the 70s? Was there too much cocaine and weed going on?
Maybe they didn't blow their voices out as much.
I wonder that.
They didn't sing as much.
A lot of those crooners, they still sound amazing.
Crooners are lower, and what happens is as you get older, you lose the higher octaves of your voice, and so you can do the lower. So if you already
don't gotta
sang
tell
lower,
me, Kev.
All I would say is I think people who don't party tend to keep that voice longer, because if you listen to Air Supply, whether you're an Air Supply fan or not, that guy's got such a high register.
Is he still hitting them high?
He does, man.
Yeah.
He's older on stage. I was just watching a 2018 concert. Holy shit, man, he can hit the notes.
Yeah, I would like to see a list somebody put together of older singers, meaning that they've been doing it for, they're past 50, the age of 50, that can still hit the notes as they did in their prime. I think it's a short list. Off the top of my head, I can think of a lot more guys that can't. hit those notes.
Well, I think they don't take care of their bodies. I don't think they take care of their voice.
And that might be part of it, but I think just natural age on top of it. But if you look at Celine Dion, I mean, she will not speak for weeks on end. She'll write on
vocal rest.
Yeah, she'll go on vocal rest. She'll write on a board. She has humidity set perfectly, temperature set perfectly. That's when she's singing. It's when she's at home. So, I mean, yeah, and that's a female. And I don't think their voices are ravaged as much by time as guys are.
Someone's asking, well, how can drinking hurt your voice? Well, what it can do is, A, you're hungover, then your body starts to get run down.
Dehydration.
And I know for me, if I'm drinking, my voice is hoarse the next day. I'm coming here talking like Virginia.
Yeah.
No offense, Virginia.
And there's a lot more smoking in that era, too. That's eventually, as you're smoking, that's going to take away from your vocal qualities. You know, not when you're 25, and by the time you hit 29, you'll still be fine. But, yeah, by the time you're 49 to 54, yeah, you're going to start noticing stuff like that.
Father Time starts to knock on that door.
It does. So.
All those bad things have their ramification. I truly believe that, too. I think, like, all your injuries and things that you've hurt, like bones that you've broken or major trauma that you've done to muscles and joints, I think as you get older, those things will act up and flare up.
Yeah, I always know we're going to have cold weather because when I was a little kid, my hand went through a window and I got microscopic surgery on it. All my tendons were severed. My ulnar nerve was severed. When it's about to get cold, my right wrist starts to ache. And I figured it out. It's always when it's about to get cold. It's like my injury knows.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So if you are excited like I was about the possibility of seeing Steve Perry reuniting, I wouldn't get too excited because just last October, Steve Perry told Rolling Stone magazine that he couldn't imagine working with Neil Schon in any capacity ever again or even reestablishing their friendship.
I mean, you had to have slept with that guy's mother for you not to get over. What could, from 30 years ago, what could have happened, or 20 years ago, what's that was so bad or you cannot make up with each other?
Yeah, I mean, some people, I think, too, are just like, I've been there, done that. I realize we don't click. I don't need it. He just got back to singing, let alone singing with a guy that he obviously had some kind of creative friction with.
But that's not the only band. There are bands that are like, I can never be on a stage with that person ever again. We just can't do it.
Well, some people, I mean, you look at Led Zeppelin, and they've been offered like $1 billion. I think that was an actual figure for them to get back and tour with the son being the drummer for the band. And, lead singer was just like, that was in my youth. Like, I'm not that guy anymore. And I'm not being true to who I am. I'm not being authentic because, I was that guy when I was 24 or 28. I'm not that guy now. It would just be weird. He was skinny. He was like a toothpick, and he wore skinny jeans. He's like, if I wore skinny jeans now, you guys would throw up. So, that's just not.
I'll tell you what sucks, who I am. When you accidentally wear skinny jeans out in public and you have nothing else to change into. That sucks, especially if you're sporting a muffin top.
That's inconvenient.
Jay Bird was already at the remote when he went to go buy new jeans. And he bought them at Urban Outfitters and didn't realize that all they have for men is skinny jeans.
It made my legs look so skinny. I look like Humpty Dumpty. I'm not even kidding you.
Yeah.
But that fupa was popping.
I would look terrible in skinny jeans. Yeah. Skinny jeans are made for a certain body type, and I am the exact wrong body type for skinny jeans. I would look terrible in skinny jeans. I wouldn't even put them on.
I have a bigger upper half than I do lower half, so I'm already struggling with. I can't have anything too tight on my legs because it looks really awkward.
Yeah,
you throw in the skinny jean factor. Holy shit, who's buying those?
Really skinny dudes.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I look terrible.
Oh, I looked horrible.
Yeah, and you know what? And on top of it, there's never been a time in my life where I would look good in them.
I agreed. I'm with you.
Yeah, even when I was skinny, I think I still would not have looked good.
Same with me.
Just not my thing, baby. That's it, man. Like I said, to start it all off, we're not everything. We're not meant to be everything. You find your niche.
Know your limitations.
Yeah, find your pants that work and wear your pants. That's just life. Wear your pants and don't be upset because you can't wear skinny jeans. I'm not. I live with it. Just not my thing, baby. All right, y'all have an amazing day. Excited for all the fun stuff we got going on. Tomorrow night's going to be Cocktails Karaoke. Tonight, Ladies Night, Virginia at PGA National Resort, starting at 5:30 for a happy hour benefiting Best Buddies with $6 draft beers, house wines, and house spirits. Shopping, raffles, prizes, live DJ, and injectable demos.
Ooh.
Yes.
Yeah, you can watch Botox and Restylane and all that stuff being shot up in ladies' faces right there live.
Yep.
If you've ever wondered what it looks like.
And they're going to be going through the crowd and injecting people mysteriously to see how they react to it.
No, they are not doing that.
Oh my God, what was that? Oh.
That'd get a buzz around the event.
It would.
These ladies fight over who gets to be the one that goes up on stage because you basically get free Botox. These women actually fight over who gets to go on the stage. It is pretty awesome to watch.
Yeah, I don't get it.
Free Botox, Kev.
I don't get it. All right.
It's
Well,
not meant for you to understand.
I do get a chick fight, though. That, I'd be like, yes. All right, let's make that. Guys will actually show up me around the bar. This is great. All right, check that tonight. Cocktails karaoke tomorrow night. Y'all have a great day. Goodbye.
Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems, ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.